Hello, and welcome to Patty Knits and Spins. I'm your host, Patty. You can find me on Ravelry as Patty Sand. I have a group called Patty Knits and Spins. Join us. When we reach 100 members, I will be giving away a pattern of $10 and less to one of the members. So come on, join us, and let's get that group number up. On today's show, I'm going to be talking about the pattern that's caught my eye, works in progress, spinning, weaving, stitching, introductions, Alaska question, a review, purchases, and what's up in March. So let's get on with the show. This week, This week I was looking through the different patterns, and I found a designer named Natalia Morova, M-O-R-E-V-A, and she does beautiful color work. This one is Starry Night, and this is a new one. She has a collection out with this pattern. There's 24 patterns for $50, or this pattern for $6. Isn't that fantastic? I think that is just beautiful. I'm not really good at color work, but I strive to be. At one point, I would really like to be really good at color work. So, anyway, her patterns range. There's mittens and gloves and socks, so you should check her out, because if you're part of this Stockinette Zombie group, they're doing a color work for March and April. So check them out. My work's in progress. I'm still working on Miss Winkle. Miss Winkle is done on a size 3, 3.25. This is by Martina Baim. I took it to Knit Night on Wednesday. I have a regular Knit Night group with the Fairbanks Fiberistas. And we have a lot of fun. We go have coffee. I don't drink it, but and then we have, we talk, we share, we show. It's really great. It's a great group. So if you're ever in the Fairbanks area, stop in. Check out our group, Fairbanks Fiberistas. We post where we're meeting. So, it's all tangled. This is Cakewalk Yarns in the Peppermint Bark colorway on the Footsie yarn base. 75% merino, 25% nylon. It's a lot of fun, and I really enjoy knitting it. The other one, Follow Your Arrow. Remember when I said, hey, I can get this done in a week? No worries. Yeah, no, it's not happening. Not even a little bit. I am getting burnt out. Burnt out. This might have to go on timeout for a little while, because I'm almost to the point of wanting to pull my hair out. And it's not the pattern's fault, it's my fault. It's my fault thinking that I wanted to do another Follow Your Arrow right away. No, I shouldn't have done that. So, we have clue 1B, 2A, 3B, or 3A, this might be 3A, 3A, and 4B, I think. I can't remember. I think it's 4B. I'm still on clue 4, and clue 5 is over 500 rows. So for that one, I will be trying to intermix Mineral, Bloomberry, and Charcoal, and Silver Fox in the bottom to make it each different colors. So, because I really want to use these up. And these are Madeline Tosh, Tosh Merino Light. But you will not be seeing this anymore until I'm finished, because no, thank you. I'm kind of done with it. On the spinning front, I finally finished my Cloud Lover Haunted Vineyard in Polworth. Look at the pretties. Look at the pretties. And I bought 2 braids of this when the Knit Girls were having their spin along. And this is the second one. I got 306 yards of a 2-ply. It was fun to spin. I'm really glad I'm done. And yeah, I liked how it turned out. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with it, but there it is. And if you follow me on Instagram, you have seen the bobbin. Yes, people, I was plying the bobbin. And it broke, but I didn't panic. I just went ahead and kept plying because it was held together and I didn't lose anything, which I was really surprised. So now I just need to glue it, but I hate it. This is the second time. The first time I was doing a Crown Mountain 8-ounce bump, and I lost the whole thing because it got tangled and I couldn't untangle it, and it was a huge mess. And boy, did I cry because I got that at Sock Summit, and he doesn't dye anymore. So I was like, I can't believe it. It's gone. But oh well, that's my finished object. My works in progress. Here we go. This is knitting and color. Sorry. This is one of her beautiful bats. I mean, look at that. Look at the sparkles. It has Angelina, Falkland, Firestar, and Merino. It was 4.3 ounces in the Great Pumpkin colorway. There's her front, knitting and color. And there's the back, saying what it is. And here is my first 2 ounces. I'm working on the second, and what you saw is what I have left of the second 2 ounces. Isn't that just pretty? Let me tell you, I've got a lot of sparkle laying around my house because as you're spinning it or ripping it apart, the Angelina and Firestar fall in your lap. So there's been a lot of that stuff all over the place. So excuse me again. Having issues with the throat this morning. Lots of fun. Okay, so weaving. I did some more weaving. I'm still not finished. That's another one that I want off of and done with. So I think I have like maybe another hour and a half to get done. So I'll keep plugging away with it, but I'm done with that. So stitching. I finished January, everybody. This is Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery in the Once Upon a Time Needle Along, I guess, or the Mystery Along. And I've taken and I finished January. It may be hard to see, but there's some sparkly in there because what I'm doing is finding one color, like the white, and buying the floss that's it's hard but it sparkles. So I thought that was a really interesting thing to put in as just a little pop. See, it's right here. Just a little different pop of something fun. Okay. Okay, and I'm going to put a close-up picture here. I'd like to thank Polly81, Paul, who's from Northern California, for coming in and stopping and saying hi. He had a podcast called Polly Knits. You should check it out. I've watched a couple and they're really good. He also asked me a couple questions about Alaska. He asked me what is it like to live in Alaska during the dark time, and how does my family cope. Living in Alaska during the dark time is okay. It's like any other place. You deal with what you have, and it's cold and it's dark. It takes a special person to live here during that time because it is cold and dark. But there's a lot of street lights. There's a lot of lit places to go. You use a lot of electricity between plugging your vehicles in and having your lights on to keep the atmosphere nice. My boys liked it. They were able to sleep during the day. You know, you could sleep a lot easier at night. You know, when they were taking naps, it was really nice. But now that they're all grown and away, they did pretty good. He also asked me if there was any bugs in Alaska. And Paul, I had a good laugh. The mosquito is the Alaska state bird. They are huge. They come out even when there's still snow on the ground. We have such a lot of forest and marshy areas and water that the mosquitoes breed like crazy. And they're everywhere. You go out of town, any area, you go into a wood place, and all you do is slapping the mosquitoes. We also have butterflies, moths, bees. Wasps can be really bad. If we don't have a really cold winter, the wasps can be really bad. There was one year where my youngest stepped in a wasp nest. He had 10 bites before we could get him out of there, and he was just a baby. So him and I went to the hospital to make sure that he would be all right, and he was. I was the one that became allergic to bees, so I have to be really careful because it makes my heart race, and it's not a good thing. So anyway, Paul, I hope that answered your questions, and thanks again for asking, and thanks again for introducing yourself in the group. I remember when I said I wasn't going to get any more patterns. Yeah, no, it didn't work. When I saw that KnitScene is now doing a subscription, I went ahead and got one. So this one is the Spring Interweave, or not, I'm sorry, the Spring KnitScene by Interweave. There we go. I wasn't really that impressed with this one. I usually find several that I like to do in KnitScene, so that's why I wanted to get it. But this one only had a few. It has the Baskerville tank done on lace weight. I'd like it. I would like it, though, to have sleeves, so I might try to figure out how to do a really short sleeve or a cap sleeve. And the Belgrave tee is done in sport weight, and I like it, but I don't like the back. I don't like that big hole, so I might take that hole out and just do it up level, because I don't like the hole in the back. And then the other one that really caught my eye was the Fire Opal tee, and it's done in sport weight. I like the cables and the drop stitches. I thought that was really very pretty. So those are the three patterns that I found in KnitScene that I liked. Okay, and my purchase. I was watching We Are Yarn on weareyarn.com, Mandy Cat. She has a great podcast if you haven't seen it. The Woolery gave her a coupon code for 15% off the Zoom Loom. So I took advantage of that and purchased a Zoom Loom so that I could play with it because it looks very interesting. I'm not sure when I'm going to get to it, but it looks very interesting. So, this code is good until, I think, March 25th, I think. So go over to episode 72, Zoomy, on We Are Yarn podcast, weareyarn.com, and watch her show. She's pretty good. So then you can get your coupon code, and maybe you find a new podcast that you like. So the next thing, sorry I'm saying so much. Yeah, here we go, is what I'm going to be doing in March. In March, I'm going to be starting the Heliopath vest with the Instagram alongers from the unofficial Harry Potter Knits. Oh shoot, I lost the page again. Here we go. I'm going to be doing this vest out of Classic Elite Mountaintop Vista, which is 50% superfine alpaca and 50% wool. I had that in a sweater, and the sweater just wasn't working for me anymore, so I frogged it out and have it ready to go. So here is what that looks like. So it'll be a nice gray vest to go over anything. And I think I'll like that better than the sweater that was, when I first knit it, was perfect on the top, too small on the bottom. Now it's too big for the top and still too small for the bottom. So that's why that got frogged. My goals for March is to cast that on. I want to do a pair of stripy socks, either in the Patons Kroy blue rag, Desert Vista Dye Works in laser tag, or a pair from 3 Use Twisted in Fiber. This is Light My Fire, and these are all 3 self-striping. Not quite sure which one I want to do yet, so as soon as I figure that out, that'll be good. I also want to finish the February Once Upon a Time and do the March. I want to get caught up and then do some of the border. And I want to finish Miss Winkle. Miss Winkle should be able to get done next month. Also, I'm going to finish spinning and plying and finish my weaving. That is my goals for March. I wanted to do a big shout out to Ravelry. Congratulations on your 4 million members. That happened 12:04 today on the 28th Eastern Standard Time. So 12:04 a.m. Eastern Standard on February 28th, 2014. So congratulations, Ravelry. That's really cool. So I guess that's the end of the show. Okay, I'm back again. This is the paddle wheeler Nenana that I talked about last week. They had to do some major renovations on it because it sits in water and it started to rot. But this is in the middle of Pioneer Park, better known as Alaska Land to the locals. So I'll pause here and walk down a little bit further. It used to be a restaurant in there, so it got damaged from the restaurant, so they had to rework that also. But there it is, the riverboat Nenana. Terrible angle, but I'm Patty Sand on Ravelry, Pat Sand 631 on Plurk, Patty Sand 631 on Instagram. There we go. I'm even on Twitter now as AKCold2. Come join the group at Patty Knits and Spins. You can find show notes on pattyknitsandspins.blogspot.com. So until next week, I hope you craft to your heart's content. Goodbye, everybody.